Good morning. Good morning. So I was tapping on the mic and I was told not to do that because I don't know why. Apparently it's just, so anyway, hey, Shane. Okay, well let's go ahead and get started. I want to talk, the first thing I'd like to do is just thank everybody for being here this morning, and we're going to go ahead and get into some of the program. I'll get the really depressing news out of the way early. I don't have a PowerPoint, so all of you have to deal with that. I'd like to start out by recognizing the employee of the semester. Brooks, would you come forward and do that, please? Everyone, Brooks Mantooth.
Thank you. Thank you. And Don is the one who started that weird high thing that we do, so don't blame me for that one. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. Pretty good on a Friday. Good deal. Thank you again for phenomenal nominations for the Spring 2024 Employee of the Semester. Very difficult decision to make. Serving on the committee this time, 2 people are present, Donna Chase and Marie Janikin. Would you stand up and be recognized, please? Tom Macaulay also served, but he's not able to be here today. Give him a round of applause. And Corbin Strobel served on the committee, and he decided retirement was more important than hanging on a few more days to come to this meeting. But give him a round of applause, please. Our Employee of the Semester for Spring 2024 is the personification of the HutchCC mission. And our Employee of the Semester is Rex Cheever, Research Coordinator for Hutchinson Community College. I hope I gave it to you right side up. Yes, I did. Thank you for 31 years of service and a HutchCC graduate, yes, which is awesome. We had to lie to you to get you here. So, again, if all employees attended the all-employee meeting, I would appreciate that very much in the future. So.
Thank you.
You'll also get $100 added to your next paycheck, and we'll get your picture, and you will hang in Lockman Hall. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you, Rex. Yes, exactly. You'll walk right by it.
Congratulations, Rex.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Okay, so yeah, congratulations, Rex. 31 years. He started when he was 3. Okay, the next thing I'd like to do is recognize our new committee co-chairs and the returning committee co-chairs. So if you're here, please stand when I announce your name. So returning to teaching and learning will be Talitha Hudson Palmer. The new co-chair will be Jennifer Weens. The institutional effectiveness, the returning co-chair and doing a second year in this position is Jess Fortner, and the new co-chair is the aforementioned Rex Cheever. Reg Compliance and Due Process, Dr. Deal is the returning co-chair, and Lisa Jolliffe will be the incoming co-chair. And then under SEED, Skills Enhancement and Employee Development, Dr. Rhonda Corwin will be the returning co-chair, and the new incoming co-chair will be Laura Bretz. And the IWC, the Institutional-Wide Council, will be chaired by Dr. Deal this year. So, Ryan, stand up. Okay, so that's the employees of the semester. I want to take this opportunity to also congratulate and recognize our retiring faculty and the faculty who are achieving tenure this year. So the retirees are Deb Ash and Bill Sheldon. Let's give them a round of applause. The tenured faculty is Courtney Cobble, Thane Ediger, Lael Avey, Sydney Fountain, Amy Gehring, Shelley Hines, Eric Stambaugh, Patrick Sullivan, Misha Thompson, Christine Waters, and Casey Worley. So let's give them all a round of applause. Congratulations. You're the newer members of the Blue Dragon family, but welcome, and we look forward to working with you in many years to come. So congratulations on achieving that great milestone. For business perspective, I want to talk about the new student information system just very briefly. For all of you who may not know, we've selected a new, we refer to it as an SIS, Student Information System, and that is the kind of the backbone architecture of all of our information system processing as it relates to students at the college. That's the name, Student Information System. And so we've selected the new vendor for that, and that will be Genzabar. The product will be J1, and the Board of Trustees approved the use of what I'm going to call a rollout or an installation consultant, and that is, Christopher, what is it? Peak Performance. And Peak Performance is their whole business model is they come in and help colleges or businesses install and roll out these SISs or ERPs in a business. So this work will start very soon. In the next few weeks, you will probably start to have meetings about it. You will start to be asked to look at your business processes. How do we do things? Because it's not going to just be a new SIS. It's also going to be a redesign of a lot of the processes and a lot of our business processes and how we process information. Part of this will be at some point we'll have a follow-on project, or it might run parallel. That will be a new document management system. So you will be looking at our business from top to bottom and how we do things. It's going to be a very stressful, taxing time. I'll just tell you now. But at the end of that tunnel, we'll have a new SIS. It'll be the last time most of us in this room will have to do it. Our old SIS system we'd had in place for, I think, nearly 40 years. So it's probably long overdue that we do this, but it's also something that part of the reason we hired Peak Performance is to help us with this process so we don't just drift around and get mired in details that aren't important. So that will be happening soon. Tricia, would you come forward? We have a project in Lockman Hall that's very important to the people who occupy Lockman Hall. So,
thank you. Good morning. The Lockman Hall 100 conference room. For all of you who office in that area or are interested in having an additional conference room available to you on campus, the renovation will start Monday. I'm not exactly sure what that involves on Monday, but they will be in there starting to do some sort of work on Monday. I sent an email yesterday, but just in case you haven't seen it, they're going to be creating kind of a tunnel of plastic around those rooms to kind of keep all the dust in as best they can. We had originally thought, we'll cover everybody's office with plastic, and then that, we get into ventilation issues and whatnot. So anyway, the second iteration of that was to make this tunnel of plastic. So hopefully you will have minimal to no dust accumulation in your offices, but no guarantees, so please just be aware of that. If you have anything that's precious to you or breakable, probably would be a good idea to take that home with you over the summer just so that it's protected. So anyway, we're really excited to have bright, shiny new stuff in the fall when you come back, and your offices will still be available to you during the summer if you choose to come in for anything. So, okay. And then one last thing, if I may. This gentleman standing next to me is very good at deflecting compliments and deflecting attention away from himself. But I would like to, Dr. File, on behalf of the vice presidents and all of us at Hutch Community College, just recognize you and thank you for your service.
Thank you, Tricia. Thank you. Thank you. All right, that's enough. Sit down. Okay, well, thank you, Tricia. Very nice, and thank you all for the recognition. And I'm going to take a couple of minutes here at the last. I'm going to take a little executive privilege here at the end and talk about my time here. First off, I want to thank everybody for a great year and a great semester. You know, I'd love to tell you enrollment's up and we're powering through these enrollment declines, but the truth is we continue to marginally decrease in enrollment each year. So that's going to be a challenge for us going forward, right? And I'm going to talk about us because I'm going to be a Blue Dragon forever, right? It's going to be a challenge for us going forward. Something we're going to have to address. We're addressing it through our the new SIS will certainly help. Our strategic enrollment management will help. We are getting some money from the state this year that has to be directed at student engagement. That money will help us with this. But we're facing a shrinking demographic and a reduced number of students who are coming to college or coming to post-secondary education after high school. Why that phenomena is happening, we don't know. They haven't done a lot of research on it, but from about a decade ago to today, the college going rate has gone from 53 to 43%. So less than 1 out of 2 students are entering higher education. Now, some of those are going to the military. Most of them, we hope, are all going to work, especially those of us who are soon to be retirees, because we want you to fill up that Social Security coffer, right? Keep working. But it's going to continue to be a challenge, and that's going to be probably one of our number one challenges going forward as an institution. But we had a great year, great semester. As always, we kept our eye on the ball and served students. I want to take this time. You all showed me an immense amount of I was honored by your show of support. But I want to just thank you all for the great 19 years I've been at the college. Spent 9 years as vice president of finance and operations, and the last 10 years as president. And it's been my number one professional honor to help guide this organization and to work with all of you to do what we do. I think community colleges and Hutchinson in particular, we're doing God's work, right? We are making education available to people who might not otherwise have the opportunity to get an education. We're making education affordable for students. We're making it affordable earlier. So we're doing all the right things here, and for that, I want to thank all of you because again, I got to wear the title. You guys got to do the work, and you did it superbly well. So thank you for that. It wasn't a completely easy 19 years. If you kind of look back, we had the Great Recession, the fiscal crisis of 2008, when we got our funding cut twice in 2 different years, and then we got reduced funding from the state. That's actually when the enrollment decline started to hit, was in 2008, and they've been going down pretty much, not directly down since then, but we've powered through that, right? We were successful in navigating that, and then we turned around and this is not a political statement. This is the truth. Sam Brownback got elected to be the governor, and he tried to implement a zero tax base for income taxes, and I've studied Art Laffer's curve enough to know that if you have a zero tax base, you collect zero taxes. Funny how that worked out. So and I'm gonna air quote, we survived the Sam Brownback tax cuts. Again, not a political statement, it's a truth, and I think anybody would say those are days we don't want to revisit. That's why they're struggling today to pass a tax plan, is because they don't want to revisit the days where we couldn't pay our bills. So we survived that, right? We came out on the other side stronger. Then, 4 or 5 years after that, we heard about this thing called COVID-19. All right, and so we all didn't quite know what to expect in January of 2020. By July of 2020, we knew what to expect and we knew what we needed to do to try to help people be safe. Again, not going to get into the political aspects of masking and social distancing, but those were the best things that the experts at the time could tell us to do. And we embraced that. We did everything we could to make sure that we gave our students the experience that they chose, whether it was to be in the classroom face-to-face with all of our great faculty, or whether it's to be online in their own homes, again, with our great faculty guiding that learning. All of those experiences, we kept our eye on the one thing that we needed to do, and that was serve our students. Make sure that our students are getting what they need and what they want, not necessarily what we want, right? I think it would have been easier for us in a lot of ways if we'd have done things differently, but we chose not to. Because at the end of the day, if students aren't walking through our doors, there's no reason for any of us to be here. And so we served those students, our faculty. In the spring of, the late spring of 2020, when we went online right after spring break, our faculty were outstanding. They did everything that they needed to do to get their classes converted to I'm going to call it a hybrid online, hybrid distance education model, and make sure that we completed those students. I think we still completed about 97, 98% of our students that semester. That was outstanding. But then the next year, the next fall, we did everything we needed to. So we have not had it has not been a cushy ride by any means in the 10 years I've been here, or the 19 years I've been here, but it's been an important time for the college because not only were we able to weather those challenges, we were able to come out on the other side stronger. We know now that we can do practically anything we're asked to do. And again, we kept our eye on the one thing that we need to, the one thing we always need to worry about is students. Students first. You know, students are what drive this institution. They're the ones who are buying the class, the credit hours that our faculty teach them. And like I say, if we aren't teaching students in the classroom, there's no reason for us to really be here. So we did a fabulous job of that, and I want to thank you all for that. Give yourselves a round of applause for 10 years. And again, I'm just about ready to close, but I can't express to you my gratitude and my amazement at times that I was this person who was selected to do this. I've had a great professional career up to the point of being the president. I put myself in a position to do it by getting a doctorate's degree, but when you actually get the opportunity, I was just awestricken that I was given that opportunity to lead this organization or to guide it, or whatever word you want to say. And I want you all to know how important that was to me and how important that will always be to me, to have been the president of Hutchinson Community College and a dyed-in-the-wool true blue dragon. So thank you all for everything that you've done for the students and by extension of the students for me. And I know that the next chapter is in great hands, because I want to take this opportunity to introduce the next president of Hutchinson Community College, Dr. Trish Paramore. And when Tricia was announced as the president last week, my former administrative assistant sent me a text, and it was pretty straightforward and simple. It said, "Carter who?" So I'll share that with you. For those of you who know Robin, you can send her flaming texts if you'd like. Okay, I want to keep you all, but there's more food. Eat it all up, because if you don't eat it up, somebody will have to, right? So please take some with you. Have all you want. Any President's Council have anything to say? Anybody? Last chance. Okay. One, what's that? Get your grades, get your grades in. So, yeah, spoken like a true academician, right? Okay. Last time. Thank you so much.